Right, hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I've just finished recording the last one, which was showing some of the new trees that I've managed to buy lately. I said that I had a bit of a free day, so today we're going to do some more work on some trees. So I thought something a bit different in bonsai, and something that needs to be worked on is this crashula, Gollum Jade as it's known by. I've had this tree now, well, plant, succulent, I don't know, 2-3 years maybe. I've never touched it yet, nothing, no repot, not a single prune, nothing, just watered occasionally and fed with Chempack 2020, but just a micro dose of it. Again, occasionally, it doesn't get watered that much. It's lived outside now all summer, but because we've had quite a bit of rain recently, some cool nights, it has been living back indoors on the kitchen windowsill, because like the PA, the Portulacaria afra, I think these will be quite susceptible to rotting, because all these leaves, if you like, carry water, so they're just full of water, like really thick and juicy. The tree actually is really heavy, but lately, like, you can see just how thick the trunk's getting, which will be because of all this foliage, just strengthening the tree up. So it's actually a twin trunk, which is actually really nice, or two trees even, I mean. So I'm going to keep them both and kind of develop them as that. That's probably going to be the front actually. I've not even looked at this yet to even determine a front, but that there is lending itself as a pretty good front. So yeah, never pruned one of these before, but it shouldn't be too dissimilar from a Portulacaria, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Now today on this one I'm going to use my Ryuga? Yeah, I think it's Ryuga. RS scissors. Girlfriend bought me these, was it my last birthday, so a year ago? I think it might have been the one before. So lovely gift. But I wanted to put these on the video because I've not retired them as such now. I've not been doing bonsai long enough to retire anything, but because I've got those Canishin ones now, they are just so much better than these, I think, even though these were like 3 times the price of them. But when I bought the Canishins, I bought a mallet because these were just a little bit loose, on the joint. So I've whacked both sides of those really. But now, at the top, the tip there, I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but there's a slight overbite when it should be more like that. So just slightly. So I think I might have done that, and I don't know how to correct it. So if anyone does know how to fix that, that would be greatly appreciated, because then I can probably clean these up. They're okay anyway, but give them a little clean and put them back in the wooden box probably that they come in, and just keep them as I don't know, a bit of a keepsake sort of thing. They probably will come out every now and then. They're still nice scissors, but they're just, the cut on them just isn't as good as those Japanese SK steels on the canitions. So, but yeah, I'll use these today. And yeah, so let's get started. Right, so let's get this pruned up, and then I think we'll repot it today as well. Now I have got a pot in mind for this tree, and it's a pot that I didn't want to use, but my guess is once these are what's the word? Mine's gone blank. Raked out radially, they'll be quite wide, is my guess, if they're supporting all of this. And I think I've got a good pot in mind for it. But it's also a bit of a bugger of a pot because it's big enough that it will be a nuisance when the tree's living indoors, which is going to be half of the year. Whereas what it's in now is fine, but it can't stay in that colour, not when we're bonsaiing it. So I've had a quick look off camera, and I think, oh, rickety turntable, isn't it? What's happened with that? I think that is going to be the front, because we've got the main trunk coming up, we've got a leader coming out to us, we've got a nice side branch, we have got the back branch, we've also got another sort of competing apex here. Don't know if that will be going yet or not, I'm not sure. And then we've obviously got the smaller of the two trees, apex, side branch. Now the other view that I was debating on was the opposite side of the tree. What's happened to the turntable? I don't know what's happened to it, it's a bit bent. I might have to get the bigger one out. Yeah, I might have to switch to that one in a minute. But this was the other front I was thinking about. Main trunk, leader, not as forward to the viewer. Possibly a good thing. The other leader would then be a back branch, which is going away. We've got the side branch, which is quite nice from that view. And then we've got this, because from this view, oh yeah, let's swap the turntable just a second. Let's get the more heavy duty one up. Spiders. I've not used this for some time. Let me just check that the camera is still in focus after that mishap. It seems to be. Right. Yeah. I quite like. I don't know where it is now. Oh no, sorry, ignore me. Yeah, I'm thinking of you. But yeah, so that's another possibility. But I think for now, this is going to be the front. Yeah. I don't think you can go wrong with that. It should be in view for the camera now. But yeah, bloody hell, seagulls, shut up. It's the only thing living on the coast. But yeah, I think that's the front. It could change. Yeah. You need to pick your front before you do your bonsai as well. Sometimes things change, and not everyone or everything is perfect. So yeah. We'll start anyway. So I think first of all, I think I'm going to start on the smaller tree. And try and get it's a tricky one, because if it's a twin trunk, not twin trunk, I keep saying twin trunk, like two tree planting, what I was going to say was, if this is spaced out more, then I can grow this side of the tree. But I do like them being quite close together and having almost like a twin trunk design, I think that's why I keep saying that word, is you'd have this one kind of out and this one would be kind of growing over, if that makes sense. I'm sure it does in your head, you'll know what I mean. So I do quite like having them quite close together like that. As they do age though, they will need spacing apart if I don't do it today. I'm really not too sure yet, because I don't want them getting so close by growing thicker that they start touching basically, and I don't want them to fuse or anything like that. So there's a couple of bad looking leaves on this, so like this one here, I don't know what causes that. It could be anything, couldn't it? But my guess is the weather. Now, is it from the summer? It was really intense when we've had heat waves, which we are due another one. I can't see it as much with these trees because these are full of water, so I just can't see that being a case like with a maple. Just very different leaves. Is it's got too wet? Could it be wind? Could be something else. I don't know. But they'll be coming off anyway, so yeah, so let's just double check again that the camera is looking at what I am looking at. Try not to trip over some trees. Yeah, that seems okay. How long is this recording for now? 3 minutes. Okay. Just got some new batteries for the camera, but they're still only recording 10-minute intervals, and I've upgraded from a 16 gig card to a 128, so I thought that the time would go up. Maybe it's just this camera, a Nikon D3400 that just does 10-minute intervals. I don't know. So, but yeah, so first cut. Hopefully the camera can see it, but there's just a little leaflet tube. I don't know what these are called. It must be leaves just growing on the inside of that trunk. So we'll get rid of that. I'll just chuck them on here for now. We've also got another one coming up, growing back inwards. So take that out. I could do with my tweezers actually just to pull these out. Never mind. We've got another one which, if this is my front, they're growing towards me. So these two here coming towards the camera, so we don't want them. They need to come right out. It's quite exciting working on this tree because, say, I've not done anything with this apart from feed and water it for 2-3 years. So this is the first time it's ever been worked on, which I've managed to get on camera. So yeah, that's good. Right, so that cleans that base up. It looks weird how it's left like green like stumps behind, but I think they just sort of dry up and fall off. So yeah, now continuing sort of with the fanning out of the tree, I think we're going to have to get rid of these inward growing leaves. So this one could come out, but this will show some of the structure off as well of the main branches that have grown in. And this one, like mini cucumbers, but if you squeeze them, you can see almost the water like shooting up from the pressure and the juices. It doesn't even smell of anything, it literally is just like water. So weird. Let me just stop the footage and make sure it's recording again. Okay, right. Stop that just in time, 10 seconds to go. Right, okay. So then, I think we'll get rid of this one. So now we can start to see the branches that we've got going on. We've got this low one here, which I think I'm not going to keep because that's what this tree is so top heavy. It should be by the end of this prune though. Yeah, I don't think we want to keep this. We've already got a branch that's developed that's growing off, so that can go. Right, so just trying to see now. So we'll come up to this sort of apex. So we need to lighten that a little bit. So the easy one is get rid of these leaves because, let's say, they're not particularly healthy anyway. So we can take them out. Oh, that's so weird. The bulbous bit, is that a new, like, leaf going out of it, or is that just deformed? I don't know. I think we'll get rid of that. It's a bit marked anyway from whatever has caused that. So we can get rid of that leaf. Now we want things to continue growing over, don't we? So we'll get rid of this inward growing leaf. Get some light into the middle of the planting. And I think we'll get rid of this one. And I think this one. The tree looks like it's got a disease now, having all those green bumps on it. Yeah, so we've got a leaf. We've got a new leaf growing here. We've got this big one. The other weird thing about this tree is you have some, like, how would you describe them? You can probably see them on the camera, like conical sort of leaves, and then you get these trumpet sort of leaves. So I don't know what the difference is between them, or the purpose of them. I'll have to Google that. I don't actually know. Right, so now we've got two branches on this sort of apex. Now if we keep that one, it's gonna kind of interfere with the tree above it, the bigger one. The one coming out would bring the tree more out this way, but I don't know if it would visually upset the balance of the tree coming out this way when the rest of the tree is kind of. So that's a bit of a tricky one, to be honest. I'm not too sure. We'll take out that one. Let me just have a look from the front. Just trying to decide how we want to go about that. I would say if we don't keep them both, to keep the one that's more upright and space the tree out a little bit, because we've got this branch here, this one here, and the back one. I think if this comes over here, there'll be no real like crown to the tree, everything will be out. So I'm gonna leave it for now and think about it as the rest of the planting and this tree is pruned up, and then we'll decide, because I'm not too sure how I want to go about that yet. So, with that being said, the next branch we have this side shoot. Now we've got a few leaves coming off of it, which I think we can get rid of, because the tree stump comes up, comes out, this comes out, and then it's got more movement onto this, so I think we can get rid of these. I don't think the tree needs them anymore. That one's massive. Size of that. Well, you can hear the weight in it as well. Yeah, so then we've got this one. We've got another lower branch here, so I think we can take that off. Because then we've got the branch continuing here, so we just need to clean it out. So we can clean out these. Oh, did I get that? Yeah. These inner ones. The tree needs. Cleans that out a little bit. Where is it? There we go. And then we need to kind of see which way it's growing. So it's got. I think we can take out some more of these. Probably this little one as well. I do want to knock a bit bigger out of this branch because I don't want it getting too long. I want to keep it quite compact. And we've got a kind of vertical. Ooh. Heavy tray. Vertical one. Take out, and then we can see everything bar this one. It's kind of funning out then, so get rid of that vertical one as well, and then hopefully turn you around. It's hard to see at the moment, but that branch now out, up and round. I just need to decide if we want to take some more growth off, which I think I'll take out the lower one, because that won't be getting much light anyway. Probably maybe this top one. And maybe this one on the right. If I can get in there. Trying to see. Oh, there's another one below it as well, which we can get rid of. So that really cleans that branch out. Yeah, it's good. Right now, if the camera can see, the branch next to it would be the back branch. Yeah. Which is very vigorous. So this one's quite easy because it's all vertical growth, so we can just nip all them out, get light down back on the main branch. Where did all the cuttings go? Speaking of cuttings, how easy do these root from cuttings? I think Portugal is meant to be quite easy. Well, yeah, they are, because mine is a cutting of my original tree, which I no longer have, so I would imagine these are very similar. Just stick them in some soil and they should root. Right, just carry on taking some of these vertical tubed out. Just trying to see. Take some of these out so it's not interfering with that branch we've just pruned up.